Hey y'all, today's objective is solving one-step inequalities using addition or subtraction. We have already solved one-step equations and you recently learned about inequalities and graphing. So we're going to combine both of those together for a really short, easy lesson. These are similar to solving equations. You want to isolate the variable by using the inverse. Today we're only focusing on adding and subtracting. Then you want to graph the solution set on a number line. Remember, it's either going to be an open or closed circle, and you're going to shade either to the left or you're going to shade to the right. So example 1, solve and graph. X plus 5 is less than negative 5. I have an addition equation, so we're going to use subtraction to undo it. Because it says plus 5, I'm going to do minus 5. And then minus 5 over here. I haven't finished it out because negative 5 minus 5, some of you might be thinking, oh, negative 5 minus 5 is 0. However, it's not. We have to touch twice. Negative 5 plus negative 5 is negative 10. So my inequality solution is x is less than negative 10. That is the solving piece. We solved it. Now we need to graph it. So remember what you just learned. Negative 10 goes in the middle. Negative 11 and negative 9. Is it going to be open or closed? It's going to be open. And the variable is next to the point. X is less than, so that means we're going to shade smaller. So here is my graph. Here is my inequality. And I have solved and graphed this problem. Example 1. So let's do another example together. Example 2, solve and graph again. I have negative 13 is greater than or equal to x minus 8. X minus 8, since this is subtraction, we can use addition as the inverse. So I've already started. It's x minus 8. So to undo that, I'm going to do plus 8 and negative 13 plus 8. I haven't quite finished it out. Negative 13 plus 8. Those are different signs. I'm going to subtract and get 5. And then negative overpowers, so that's going to give me a negative 5. Negative 5 goes in the middle, negative 6 and negative 4. Is this going to be an open or closed? It's going to be closed because of the equal to. And my variable is next to the point, right here. My variable is next to the point, so that means smaller, so I'm going to shade to the smaller side. So these are UT, solve and graph. Here are two inequalities, and I've reminded you about a few things, and I want you to pause the video, and I want you to solve these and graph these on your own, and then restart the video when you're ready to see my explanation. 7 plus y is less than 2. Number 4, negative 5 is less than or equal to w minus 10. So this is an addition equation. I'm going to subtract to undo it. And I'm left with y is less than negative 5. Negative 5 goes in the middle. That's going to be an open circle shaded to the left because the variable is next to the point. There's number 3. Number 4. This is a subtraction equation, so I'm going to do addition. Everything comes straight down. Negative 5 plus 10 is 5. So now 5 goes in the middle. 4, 6. This is going to be a closed circle because of the equal. And it's the variables next to the mouth, so it's going to be shaded bigger. I hope you got number 3 and 4 correct. I have a few more to show you. So example 6. I think I skipped number 5. Did I skip number 5? Example 6. Negative 3 plus c is greater than 10. I wanted to show you what happens when you have a negative mixed in. The Problem has an addition, so we need to use subtraction as our inverse, and we're going to take away negative 3 from both sides. So it looks weird. We're minusing a negative 3. To minus a negative 3, you're going to touch twice, and then you get 13. So you try number 7, just like I did. Negative 4 plus m is less than or equal to negative 6. Negative 4 plus m is less than or equal to negative 6. You solve it. You don't have to graph it. Just solve it on your own. And then press play, pause it, and then press play when you're ready to hear my explanation. Ready? It's addition, so I'm going to subtract. I'm going to take away a negative 4 from both sides. M is less than or equal to negative 6, touch twice. So now it says negative 6 plus 4, and that is negative 2. If we were going to graph it, would it be open or closed? And would you shade left or right? So if you said closed and if you said left, then you are correct. What if we were going to graph this one? Would this be open or closed? Would you shade left or right? If you said open and if you said right, then you would have gotten that one correct.